Well, hello, Amazon shoppers. Got something to show you today that you might want to add to your must have list. Got some little wireless headphones or earphones that, unlike most of the ones you see on Amazon for 30 bucks, these things are terrific. They sound great, they pair instantly, they don't lose connection. They're 5.0 Bluetooth, Qualcomm aptX sound. They're just wonderful sounding things. Uh, I'm a retired professional musician, 76 years old, so pardon me for mispronouncing words from time to time, but you're going to love these earphones, man. I've never seen anything anywhere near as good as these. Let me show you the box they came in. These are sold by XFit. They're BCS T90. They really are true wireless earbuds. 10-hour playtime, it says. I'll explain that for you in a minute. Specifications you can read on the box. 5.0 Bluetooth, a whole bunch of different settings and with multiple letters. They'll last for 10 hours when you first charge them up, but they're fully charged. But then you've got a battery in the carrying case, a charging case, that will give you another 14 hours. Qualcomm aptX audio, 73 millimeter little batteries in the earphones, and a 410 amp hour battery in the cradle. And they're lithium polymer. And again, www.xfit-fit or www.x-fit.com is their email address. Um, these things come, a couple things I want to show you, pardon me, that you may not notice in the website. First of all, this little short carrying cable, don't lose this unless you have brand new cell phones that use a C-type charger. This one is wider than what you would use on most of your cell phones. So don't try using the old micro USB in this charger because it's too wide. You'll have problems and you'll be able to break one of them. So if you have this type of deal, you're in good shape for your phone. If not, be sure you save this one. Uh, this it comes with three sets of earbuds, small, medium, and large. I just saved the little plastic to put those two in there. And I tell you, to keep up the little stuff, what I use, this is the only thing I've got that uses this cable. So not to lose it, take an old Tic Tac container that you buy in the grocery store, a large container of Tic Tacs, and put these in there. And you can throw your spare earbuds in there in case somebody else wants to listen to them. And you still got room to put this case in there. This thing is really tiny. I've got a cell phone sitting out here to give you an idea. You can see the size of it. I mean, that is really tiny. Weighs nothing. Get this out of the way. And there's magnetic charging ports for left and right. It's got an LED light on the back that shows green when it's fully charged. It goes out pretty soon after you close the case. It'll go yellow and then red and then start blinking red to tell you really seriously now you've got to charge this up. But when your earbuds start losing their charge, put them back in the case and you get another 14 hours of playtime because these things have a fast charger for 3 minutes. You can see the little LED lights blinking. They'll go for 3 minutes trying to find a charge or something to pair to. Both of these have two mics for your phone calls, one at the top, one at the bottom on each one. These are touch type. There's no buttons to push. You just simply put your hand there and it'll do stuff. And I'll explain that for you in a minute. It comes with all the directions you'll ever need. Like most of the XFit products, they come in a huge blown up picture in English with directions to go with it, how to connect it, how to work all your phone deals. answer calls, previous song, next song, all of that. Two sides, still in English. And these have volume controls as well as track controls. If you want to make it louder, just touch your right headphone or earphone, softer left earphone, like that. And none of these have buttons, so you just touch it with your finger and hold your finger there, and you'll hear the volume increase or decrease. It may seem odd, but it's really easy to get to. Intuitive is my favorite word to use for these things. But they have little LED lights on the case. As I said, when you open them and then close it, it'll show the charge of the earphones, the individual earphones, as well as the case itself. And these things pair automatically. You just take them out of the case, and they'll try to pair for 3 minutes. And if they don't find any connection, to pair to, then they'll go off after about 3 minutes. What's a good way to start telling you about these? Like I say, they'll go 10 hours just on the earbuds once you charge them up fully, and always do that when you first get them. Now, these are sold on Amazon Prime, and the seller's name there is XFIT, EXFIT Audio, AUDIO. That's where you find them. And the box is very secure. They're well packed. You won't have any problem with them getting shipped or damaged. They do have some more things on here. Fast charging, 10 to 15 minutes will give you an extra 3 hours of playtime. And that will keep going every time you start to run low. It's a fast charging deal. But you get 24 hours of playtime combined with the case and the earbuds. What I like is, being a retired musician, is the sound of these things. And that is, after all, why we buy them. I mean, you can use it to answer your cell phone. It works perfectly. The people say that with the two mics, you always get a good sound. And I'm sure you do. But what I'm concerned with is the music. And these sound incredibly good. Now, they have an app that's called XFIT Mate, M-A-T-E, for Android and iPhone. And the phones I use I don't really use them for cell phones. I use them for music players. And so I don't really care about getting phone calls. That's just me. Most people would. Matter of fact, they use their cell phones for computers. But all I wanted was a really, really good sound, and in a small package that's comfortable. These things will stay in your ear really well. That's not a problem. Find the earbuds that fit. What I do, these are kind of a rubber finish. Just dampen your fingers. Don't get them wet, but just get a drop of water, get them on both fingers, your thumb and your finger, and then just rub them around, just so they're not, water falling off of, but just a little bit tacky. And then put them in your ear, and you'll find they'll stay in there better. What else? 10 minutes on the fast charge. Don't forget to keep the cable. And if you do have some extra ones for your cell phone, you won the award, the prize for that. But I don't have one of these, never have had. And I was confused when I first tried to charge these up. And I thought, that's weird, that's wider. But anyway, that's a C type. And they have the sensor built in each one, so when you take them out of your ear, it'll automatically pause music, whatever you're listening to on your cell phone, which is kind of cool. There's a 1-year warranty on these things. Like I said, it's the Qualcomm aptX music setting, a chip in there. It gives you extraordinarily good sound. And they'll go very, very loud, by the way. I found that out the hard ways. Don't let your finger rest on there while it's out of your ear and put it back in, because it might, I won't say it'll damage your hearing, but you'll be surprised at how loud it can get. But you can offset that with this touching the left earbud. Playback same way, right one goes to the next song, left earbud goes to the previous song. There's a lot of stuff on the web page. I was trying to mention some things that you aren't readily seen on the web page. Like the volume control is not on the web page, but it's on the brochure that it comes with. And it's real simple to explain how to use it. Tracks, I think, are on the web page. Between the web page and this video, I'm hoping you'll be able to figure it all out if you need to. And it's not really hard at all. This whole outfit here will fit in one of these Tic Tac containers. I love these things. They protect the cable and all that. And this will fit in there as well. And now you've got double protection over everything, and you don't get your case all scratched up. But these charge magnetically. And by the way, they're marked left and right. If I can get it to focus. Yeah, there's a little L at the top of the earbud. And the other one, of course, has the R for right. Plus, they feel different. So when you get used to these and putting them in your ear a few times, you can tell which is left and which is right anyway by the way they feel. But there's a magnet that holds these in the proper position in the case, so they're not going to fall out. And you know they're charging because the lights come on to read the charge in each earbud. So these are really great sounding. I don't have the newer versions of the Android or the iPhones, so I can't try the app out, but I'm sure you'll enjoy that. You can change the EQ settings with that and do some other functions that would be fun. There's a brief explanation on the thing that came with it about what all it will do. Well, no, I guess there isn't. But if you go download the app, it'll tell you all what it does. But the main thing is the volume control, which I like to keep the cable. Don't lose that in case you don't have another one. And the sound of this is incredible. They're really light, very comfortable. You'll enjoy these. They're worth the money. And don't compare them to the stuff you see on Amazon that doesn't really do much. It doesn't sound very good. To get a good sound, it's worth the money. And not to mention the other little features of this. So check them out. You'll like them. Take my word as a retired musician. I think they're great. I really, really like the sound. That Qualcomm really makes a difference. So take care now and check these out. You'll like them.